Congresswoman Madeleine Bordallo and the chairman of the House Armed Services Committee Subcommittee on Military Readiness, Rob Wittman, were in Guam Saturday following a trip to Japan, South Korea, and the CNMI.
We had very productive meetings in Saipan as well as Tinian and talked mostly, the majority of the time, about the military buildup.
After touching down Saturday afternoon, Bordallo and Wittman immediately went into meetings with local leaders.
They want to make sure that our commitment continues on the rebalance, which means the movement of Marines here, the improvements that are taking place on base. They also had concerns, too, about other issues off base to make sure that we understand the impacts that these improvements have on local infrastructure, whether it's water systems, power systems, and make sure that we understand what our obligation is to see those things through for the government to uphold its obligations to make sure that those things are getting done.
They are obligations both Bordallo and Wittman believe will continue despite the election of a new president in November.
Sometimes there isn't continuity, even among military leaders and so forth, but I don't think this will happen. I think we're far into it, and it's so important, as the chairman said. We're out here, we're next door to China, we're next door to North Korea, and we are U.S. citizens, and they have a duty there to protect us and keep us safe.
And there are commitments that have been made on this that I believe whoever the next president is will abide by. I think anybody that comes in looking at the situation strategically in the Asia-Pacific sees the absolute need for the presence here, understands that this is the plan to create the presence, to get the proper dispersion of our forces here, to make sure that things that are going on in Guam continue. So it would be hard for me to imagine that anybody in the White House would walk away from that. Right. Because then the question is what is the alternative? And there is not an alternative.
Following their trip to Guam, the delegates made their way to Hawaii to meet with leaders from Pacific Command.